Today, I want to share a story about a young man named Leo, whose world slipped into an unsettling grayness. Leo was once outgoing, full of energy, but recently, he's felt like a passenger in his own life, watching himself from outside his body. This is his journey with Depersonalization-Derealization Disorder. What it feels like, why it happens, how to treat it, and how you can support someone going through it. Meet Leo. Leo is a photographer, someone who sees the world through a lens of wonder. The way light hits a leaf, the shadow cast by a building, the quiet moments between sounds. For him, photography wasn't just a hobby, it was how he connected with life. He was full of energy and plans. A close circle of friends, weekend hikes, dreams of traveling to capture unseen corners of the world. But over time, Leo's world started to change. It began in whispers. One day, Leo caught his reflection in a store window and froze. It looked like him, but didn't feel like him. His hands seemed oddly unfamiliar, like they belonged to someone else. Colors dulled. Sounds grew distant, as if he was underwater. His thoughts felt scattered, like tuning a radio but only catching static. The moments when he spoke felt strange, as if he was watching himself from outside his body. One afternoon during a class presentation, Leo's heart pounded. His voice sounded hollow to his own ears. He felt his body separate from his mind, a stranger performing on stage. Terrified, he fled to the bathroom, locked the door, and stared at himself in the mirror for what felt like forever. "I don't feel real," he whispered. That's when he knew something was very wrong. Leo was experiencing what's called Depersonalization-Derealization Disorder, or DPDR. Imagine your mind as a glass wall. You can see the world clearly, but you feel trapped behind it, unable to touch or fully join. Sometimes it feels like you're watching life on a screen, not living it. This condition can be confusing, isolating, and deeply frightening. But what causes it? Leo's therapist explained that DPDR is the brain's way of protecting itself. Think of it as an emergency shield. When stress, trauma, or overwhelming emotions flood your system, your mind hits pause. It steps back to protect you from pain by making you feel detached, like a survival instinct. This doesn't mean you're crazy or losing your mind. For Leo, the trigger was a perfect storm. Heartbreak, pressure from school, and the feeling of losing control. His brain flipped the switch to depersonalization, to keep him safe from emotional overload. But instead of relief, Leo felt trapped in a dream he couldn't wake up from. He stopped calling his friends. The colors in his photos faded. Every day felt like walking through fog. Trying to explain this to others was nearly impossible. How do you say, "I don't feel like myself," when even you don't understand what that means? Many around him said, "Just relax, it's anxiety." But DPDR is more than anxiety. It's a strange disconnect between you and yourself, or you and the world. Depersonalization means feeling detached from your own body or thoughts, like you're watching yourself from outside. Derealization means the world around you feels unreal, like a dream or a movie set. Living with both means your sense of reality is always a little blurred. Leo's therapist taught him grounding techniques, tools to help him reconnect with the present moment. He learned to focus on simple sensations, the rough texture of his sweater, the cool weight of a glass in his hand, the rhythm of his own breath. These small anchors became lifelines, little reminders that he was still here. They helped pull him back from the edge of that fog. Therapy was a long road. Leo faced fear and frustration. There were days when the disconnect was overwhelming, but step by step, he began to trust himself again. He learned to face the feelings instead of running. Medication helped ease the anxiety, but the real healing came from connection. He joined a support group, a space filled with people who understood what it means to feel unreal. He realized he wasn't alone. Friends and family learned how to support him. They listened without judgment. They didn't push or dismiss his feelings. They offered practical help, reminding him to eat, sleep, and take breaks. They gave him space to share and space to rest. Today, Leo still has foggy days, but now he knows what it is. He's picking up his camera again, capturing the world, sometimes sharp and clear, sometimes blurred, but always his own. If you or someone you love feels like life is slipping through their fingers, remember, you are not alone. You are not broken, and there is hope. Supporting someone with DPDR means learning, patience, and compassion. Learn from reliable sources. Listen with an open heart. Encourage professional help, but don't force it. Offer practical support. And most importantly, remind them they are real, even when it doesn't feel that way. By sharing stories like Leo's, we break the silence and stigma. We create a world where no one feels trapped behind glass. If Leo's story touched you, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you're living with DPDR, remember, your feelings are valid, and your story isn't over. Please like and share this video with others, and be sure to check out our other videos.